Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on June 8th, 2022 in Chennai, India.
Continuing the Chaitanya Leela compilation, chapter Unprecedented Glorification of Holiness. Under the section, Srila Rupa Goswami's second meeting with Lord Chaitanya.
চতুর্মাসের সন্ধ্যে গৌরীয়গণের গৌরে প্রত্যাবর্তন চতুর্মাস্যারোহী গৌরে বৈষ্ণব লীলা রূপ কুষায় মহাপ্রভু চলে লীলা.
After the 4 months of Chaturmasya, Shravana, Bhadra, Ashvina, Kartika, all the Vaishnavas of Bengal returned to their homes. But Srila Rupa Goswami remained in Jagannath Puri under the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
As far as the schedule of the Bengal devotees.
This was the schedule of the Bengal devotees.
They come either the Snan Yatra or the Snan Yatra and Rath Yatra.
They would come either on the Snan Yatra and Rath Yatra.
After the 4 months of the rainy season,
And after the 4 months of the rainy season,
they would return to Bengal.
they would return to Bengal. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.94.
একদা শ্রীরূপের নাটক লিখনকালে প্রভুর আকস্মাৎ আগমন একদিন রূপ করেন নাটক লিখন আচম্বিতে মহাপ্রভুর হইল আগমন.
One day, while Rupa Goswami was writing his book, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly appeared. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.95.
শ্রীরূপ হরিদাসের প্রভু প্রণাম প্রভুর উপবেশন সম্ভ্রমে দুহে উঠি দণ্ডবত হইলা দুহে আলিং দিয়া প্রভু আসন বসিলা.
As soon as Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami saw the Lord coming, they both stood up and then fell down to offer him their respectful obeisances. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them both and then sat down.
They offer their prostrate obeisances to Lord Chaitanya.
They offered their prostrate obeisances to Lord Chaitanya.
He reciprocated by embracing each of them.
And he reciprocated by embracing each of them. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.96.
প্রভু শিরূপ লিখিত পত্রখণ্ড গ্রহণ ও হস্তাক্ষর দর্শনে সন্তোষ. ক্যা পুঁথি লিখো বলি এক পত্র নীলা অক্ষর দেখিয়া প্রভু মনে সুখী হইলা.
The Lord inquired, "What kind of book are you writing?" He held up a palm leaf that was a page of the manuscript, and when he saw the fine handwriting, his mind was pleased.
Swami had very good handwriting.
So Rupa Goswami had a very good handwriting.
And Lord Chaitanya was pleased to see this.
And Lord Chaitanya was pleased to see this. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.97.
প্রভু কর্তৃক শিরূপের হস্তাক্ষরের প্রশংসা। শিরূপের অক্ষর যেন মুকুতার পাতি, প্রীত হইয়া প্রভু করেন অক্ষরেরও স্তুতি।
Thus being pleased, the Lord praised the writing by saying, "The handwriting of Rupa Goswami is just like rows of pearls."
Lord Chaitanya appreciated the handwriting of Goswami.
Lord Chaitanya officially appreciated the writing of Rupa Goswami,
And he showered praise on him.
and he prayed
He showered praise on
and
him.
he showered praises on him. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.98.
একটি শ্লোক দর্শনে প্রভুর প্রেমাবেশ। সেই পত্রে প্রভু এক শ্লোক দেখিলা, পড়িতেই শ্লোক প্রেমে আবিষ্ট হইলা।
While reading the manuscript, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw a verse on that page, and as soon as he heard it, he was overwhelmed by ecstatic love.
Lord Chaitanya is known as Rasa Shekhar.
Lord Chaitanya is known as Rasa Sekhar.
He could immediately enjoy rasa and mellows of devotion.
He could immediately enjoy the rasa or the mellows of devotion.
When we read a verse of Sri Rupa Goswami's book,
When he read a verse from Srila Rupa Goswami's book,
he immediately felt ecstasy
he immediately felt ecstasy.
of love
Of love of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.99.
কৃষ্ণ নাম মধুরাস্বাদন সূচক শ্লোক। বিধত্ত মতো 1/15 মন্দির প্রতি পৌর্ণমাসীর বাক্য।
I don't know how much nectar the two syllables Kṛṣṇa have produced. When the holy name of Kṛṣṇa is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. Purport. This verse is included in the Vidagdha Madhava 1.15, a 7-act play written by Srila Rupa Goswami describing the pastimes of Sri Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan.
Rupa Swami is glorifying the holy name of Krishna.
Rupa Goswami is glorifying the holy names of Krishna
In a very wonderful way.
in a very wonderful way.
And naturally that put Lord Chaitanya in ecstatic love.
And naturally, that put Lord Chaitanya in ecstatic love. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.100.
শ্লোকে অদ্বিতীয় কৃষ্ণনাম মাহাত্ম্য সূচনা। শ্লোক শ্রবণে নামাচার্যের আনন্দ নৃত্য। শ্লোক শুনি হরিদাস কইলা উল্লাসী, নাচিতে লাগিল শ্লোকে।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted this verse, Haridas Thakur, upon hearing the vibration, became jubilant and began to dance while praising its meaning.
Haridas Thakur was made by Lord Chaitanya as the Nam Acharya.
Haridas Thakur was made by Lord Chaitanya as the Nam Acharya.
When he heard this glorification of the holy name,
When he heard this glorification of the holy name,
he became so ecstatic he began to dance.
that he became so ecstatic that he began to dance.
appreciated the writing of Rupa Swami so much.
So they appreciated the writing of Rupa Goswami so much. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.101.
শ্লোকে অদ্বিতীয় কৃষ্ণ মাহাত্ম্য সূচনা। কৃষ্ণ নামের মহিমা শাস্ত্র সাধু মুখে জানি, কৃষ্ণ মহিমা হইছে কাহা কৃষ্ণ নামের মহিমা শাস্ত্র সাধু মুখে জানি, নামের মহিমা ইছে কাহা নাহি শুনি।
One has to learn about the beauty and transcendental position of the holy name of the Lord by hearing the revealed scriptures from the mouths of devotees. Nowhere else can we hear of the sweetness of the Lord's holy name. Purport: it is said in the Padma Purana, chanting and hearing of the transcendental holy name of the Lord cannot be performed by the ordinary senses. The transcendental vibration of the Lord's holy name is completely spiritual. Thus, it must be received from spiritual sources and must be chanted after having been heard from a spiritual master. One who hears the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra must receive it from the spiritual master by oral reception. Srila Sanatana Goswami has forbidden us to hear the holy name of Krishna chanted by non-Vaishnavas, such as professional actors and singers, for it will have no effect. It is like milk touched by the lips of a serpent, as stated in the Padma Purana. As far as possible, therefore, the devotees in the Krishna consciousness movement gather to chant the holy name of Krishna in public, so that both the chanters and the listeners may benefit.
I find the devotees saying that chanting was transcendental.
Prabhupada was glorifying the devotees since their chanting was transcendental.
He said that when they chant, that chanting is pure devotees.
He said that when they chant, their chanting is like pure devotees.
Is all the pure devotees.
Is of the pure devotees.
And some devotees were questioning, Prabhupada, how are you pure devotees?
So some devotees were questioning Prabhupada. Prabhupada, how are we pure devotees?
He said, you can like there's a mango, and maybe a ripe mango or unripe mango.
He said, like there is a mango, there may be a ripe mango or an unripe mango.
So, still both are mangoes.
So he said, still both are mangoes.
And sooner or later, the unripe mango will also ripen.
And sooner or later, the unripened mango will also ripen. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.102.
প্রভু মধ্যাহ্ন স্নানে গমন, তবে মহাপ্রভু দুহে করি আলিঙ্গন, মধ্যাহ্ন করিতে সমুদ্রে করিলা গমন।
Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Haridas and Rupa Goswami and left for the seaside to perform his noontime duties. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.103 to 104.
অন্য একদিন স্বরূপ রামানন্দ ভট্টাদির সহিত প্রভু শ্রী রূপ সমীপে আগমন। আর দিন মহাপ্রভু দেখি জগন্নাথ, সার্বভৌম রামানন্দ স্বরূপাদিশা, পথে শ্রীমুখে শ্রীরূপের প্রশংসা কীর্তন। সবে মিলি চলি আইলা শ্রীরূপে মিলিতে, পথে তার গুণ সবারে লাগিলা কহিতে।
On the next day, after visiting the temple of Jagannath as usual, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar. They all went together to see Srila Rupa Goswami, and on the way, the Lord greatly praised his qualities.
Some people want to see God.
So people went to see God.
Want to see God.
Want to see God. So people want to see God.
So Prabhupada said, it's more important that God sees you.
So Srila Prabhupada said that it's more important that God sees you.
I know Swami's devotional service was so pure that the Supreme Personality of Godhead saw him.
So Rupa Goswami's devotional service was so pure that the Supreme Personality of Godhead saw him. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.105.
শ্রী রূপকৃত প্রিয় সো অহম ও তুণ্ডে তাণ্ডবিনী শ্লোকের প্রশংসা। দুই শ্লোক কহি প্রভুর হইল মহাসু, নিজ ভক্তের গুণ কহে হইয়া পঞ্চম।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited the two important verses, he felt great pleasure. Thus, as if he had 5 mouths, he began to praise his devotees. Purport. The 2 verses referred to are those beginning with Priya So Ayam 79 and Tunde Tandavani 99.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as a devotee,
Sri Supreme is the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a devotee,
but he enjoyed praising his devotee.
but he enjoyed praising his devotee. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.106.
রায় ও ভট্ট সমীপে স্বয়ং প্রভু শ্রী শ্রীরূপ গুণ বর্ণন। সার্বভৌম রামানন্দে পরীক্ষা করিতে শ্রীরূপের গুণ দুহারে লাগিলা কহিতে।
Just to examine Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya and Ramananda Rai, the Lord began to praise the transcendental qualities of Sri Rupa Goswami before them. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.107.
ভগবানের ভক্ত বাৎসল্য, ঈশ্বর স্বভাব, ভক্তের নালয় অপরাধ, অল্প সেবা বহু মানে আত্মপর্যন্ত প্রসাদ।
Characteristically, the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not take seriously an offense committed by a pure devotee. The Lord accepts whatever small service a devotee renders as being such a great service that he is prepared to give even himself, what to speak of other benedictions.
So, achieve Supreme Personality,
To achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
one has to normally surrender to him.
one has to normally surrender unto him.
And by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, one can achieve the Supreme Personality
But by Lord Chaitanya's mercy, one could achieve the Supreme Personality of Godhead
simply by his mercy.
simply by his mercy. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.108.
ভক্তের প্রতি ভগবানের ব্যবহার। ভক্তির সমৃদ্ধ সিন্ধু গ্রন্থে 2.1.138 রয়েছে,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Purushottama, the greatest of all persons, has a pure mind. He is so gentle that even if his servant is implicated in a great offense, he does not take it very seriously. Indeed, if his servant renders some small service, the Lord accepts it as very great, being very great. Even if an anxious person blasphemes the Lord Even if an envious person blasphemes the Lord never manifests anger against him. Such are his great qualities. Purport. This is from Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 2.1.138 by Srila Rupa Goswami.
Krishna has such wonderful qualities,
Krishna has such wonderful qualities.
and devotees enjoy discussing these qualities,
And devotees enjoy discussing these qualities,
which are unparalleled.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.109.
শ্রী রূপ ও হরিদাসের সগণ প্রভুকে প্রণাম। ভক্ত সঙ্গে প্রভু আইলা দেখি দুইজন, দণ্ডবত হইয়া কইলা চরণ বন্দন।
When Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami saw that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come with his intimate devotees, they both immediately fell down like logs and offered prayers unto their lotus feet.
Dandavat means to fall down like a stick or logs,
Dandavat means to fall down like a stick or logs
and all your prostrate obeisances.
and offer your prostrate obeisances.
Sing Lord Chaitanya, Rupa Goswami, and Haridas Thakur offer their prostrate obeisances.
Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur offered their prostrate obeisances. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.110.
ভক্ত বেষ্টিত প্রভুর নিম্ন আসনে উভয়ের দৈন্যক্রমে উপবেশন। ভক্ত সঙ্গে কইলা প্রভু দুহারে মিলন, ইন্দ্রাতে বসিলা প্রভু লইয়া ভক্তগণ।
Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal devotees met Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. The Lord then sat down in an elevated place with his devotees. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.111.
রূপ হরিদাস দোহে বসিলা পিণ্ডতলে, সবার অগ্রে না উঠিলা পীড়ার উপরে।
Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur sat at the foot of the elevated place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting. Although everyone asked them to sit on the same level as the Lord and his associates, they did not do so.
Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami are naturally humble,
Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami were naturally humble,
and they didn't want to sit on the same level as the Lord.
and they didn't want to sit on the same level as the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.112.
প্রভুর শ্রী রূপকে প্রিয় সো অহ শ্লোক পঠনে আদেশ। শ্রী রূপের লজ্জা ও মৌন। পূর্ব শ্লোক পর রূপ প্রভু আজ্ঞা কইলা, লজ্জাতে না করে রূপ মৌন ধরিলা।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Rupa Goswami to read the verse they had previously heard, Rupa Goswami, because of great shyness, did not read it but instead remained silent. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.113.
স্বরূপের শ্লোক পঠন তৎশ্রবণে সকলের বিস্ময়। স্বরূপ গোসাই তবে সেই শ্লোক করিল, শুনি সবাকার চিত্তে চমৎকার হইল।
Then Swarup Damodar Goswami recited the verse, and when all the devotees heard it, their minds were struck with wonder. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.114.
পদ্মাবলীতে 383-তে শ্রী রূপ গোস্বামী কৃত শ্লোকে রয়েছে,
My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Kṛṣṇa on this battlefield of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but I would still like to go to the bank of the Yamuna beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note with that forest of Vrindavan. Within the forest of Vrindavan.
Radharani visited Kṛṣṇa in Kurukshetra.
This is when Radharani visited Kṛṣṇa in Kurukshetra.
And she said this thing.
She said these things.
And it's a very beautiful realization
And it is a very beautiful realization
that Radharani wanted Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan.
that Radharani wanted Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.115.
রামানন্দ আদি ভক্তের অনুমান প্রভু কৃপা ফলেই শ্রী রূপ কর্তৃক প্রভু ভাবাবলতি রায় ভট্টাচার্য বলে তোমার প্রসাদ বিনে তোমার হৃদয়ে জানিবে কেমনে।
After hearing this verse, Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without your special mercy, how could this Rupa Goswami have understood your mind?
Since Lord Chaitanya is actually Kṛṣṇa with the heart and mood of Radharani.
Since Lord Chaitanya is actually Kṛṣṇa with the heart and mood of Radharani,
So he was relishing the rasas and mellows of devotion of Radharani.
so he was relishing the rasas, the mellows of devotion of Radharani.
But this was hidden from the understanding of many of the most of the devotees.
But this was hidden from the understanding of most of the devotees.
So these little associates suspected that Lord Chaitanya must have given his special mercy to the Goswami. Otherwise, how could he realize the sentiment of the Lord?
These intimate associates had suspected that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given his special mercy to Rupa Goswami. Otherwise, how could he have understood that? Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.116.
আমাতে সঞ্চারী পূর্বে কহিলা সিদ্ধান্ত যেসব সিদ্ধান্তে ব্রহ্মা নাহি পায়ন্ত।
Srila Ramananda Rai said that previously Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had empowered his heart so that he could express elevated and conclusive statements to which even Lord Brahma has no access.
When Lord Chaitanya met Ramananda Rai by the bank of the Godavari,
When Lord Chaitanya had met Ramananda Rai at the bank of Godavari,
and he asked Ramananda Rai many questions.
then he asked Ramananda Rai many questions.
Ramananda Rai is revealing that actually Lord Chaitanya had empowered him.
Ramananda Rai is revealing that actually Lord Chaitanya is empowering him, had empowered him.
That's why he able to speak things that even Lord Brahma had no access.
And this way he was able to speak things of which even Lord Brahma had no access to. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.117.
তাতে জানি পূর্বে তোমার পাইয়াছে প্রসাদ, তাহা বিনা নহে তোমার হৃদয় অনুবাদ।
Had you not previously bestowed your mercy on him, they said, it would not have been possible for him to express your internal feelings. Purport. Devotees acknowledge Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's special mercy upon Srila Rupa Goswami in the following words. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? The special function of Srila Rupa Goswami is to establish the feelings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These feelings are his desires that his special mercy be spread throughout the world in this Kali Yuga. The desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that all over the world, everyone in every village and every town know of him and his Sankirtana movement. These are the inner feelings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Rupa Goswami committed to writing all these feelings of the Lord. Now, again by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the same feelings are being spread all over the world by the servants of the Goswamis, and devotees who are pure and simple will appreciate this attempt. As concluded by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, however, those who are on the level of hogs and dogs will never appreciate such a great attempt. Yet this does not matter to the preachers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's cult, for all over the world they will continue to perform this responsible work, even though persons who are like cats and dogs do not appreciate them.
So, His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
So, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada,
in the mood of serving Rupa Swami,
had the mood of serving Rupa Goswami,
and therefore he spread Lord Chaitanya's movement all over the world.
and therefore he spread Lord Chaitanya's movement all over the world.
On his room in Radha temple, he looked out the window and saw the samadhi of Rupa Goswami.
From his room in Radha Damodar, he could peek through the samadhi of Rupa Goswami.
That his attempt was to spread the message of Lord Chaitanya.
And thus his attempt was to spread the message of Lord Chaitanya
All over the world.
all over the world.
He personally established 108 temples.
He personally established 108 temples,
And on his order, the Krishna conscious movement is further expanding.
and in this order,
And on his order,
the Krishna consciousness movement is expanding.
now there are 800 centers and thousands of small groups.
And now there are 800 centers and thousands of small groups.
And by the time this book reaches the press, there'll be thousands of temples.
But by the time this book reaches the press, there will be thousands of temples.
And Lord Chaitanya to spread his holy name throughout the world will manifest.
The plan of Lord Chaitanya to spread his holy name all over the world would manifest. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ante Leela 1.118.
প্রভু কর্তৃক শ্রী রূপকে কুন্দে তাণ্ডবিনী শ্লোক পঠনে আদেশ। প্রভু কহে কহরু নাটকের শ্লোক, যে শোক শুনিলে লোকের যায় দুঃখ Kṛṣṇa.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "My dear Rupa, please recite that verse from your drama, which upon being heard makes all people's unhappiness and lamentation go away."
Being identified with this material body
Being identified with this material body
automatically produces a lamentation, automatically
automatic unhappiness and lamentation.
unhappiness and lamentation.
Automatically produces unhappiness and lamentation
Because one is identifying with the body.
because one is identifying with the body.
But Rupa Swami composition makes one Krishna conscious.
But Rupa Goswami's composition makes one Krishna conscious.
And therefore one naturally becomes blissful and loses all unhappiness and lamentation.
And therefore one naturally becomes blissful and loses all unhappiness and lamentation. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 1.119.
প্রথমে সকৃত শ্লোক পঠনে লজ্জা করে পঠন বারবার প্রভু তাতে আজ্ঞা যদি দিলা তবে সেই শ্লোক রূপ গোসাই কহিল
When the Lord persisted in asking this again and again, Srila Rupa Goswami recited that verse as follows. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 1.120.
বিদগ্ধ মাধবে প্রথম স্কন্ধের 15 শ্লোকে রয়েছে
I do not know how much nectar the two syllables Kṛṣṇa have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ear, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert.
This verse mentions the glories of the holy name.
This verse mentions the glories of the holy name.
We should all chant Hare Krishna to come to this level.
We should all chant Hare Krishna to come to this level. Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 1.121.
রামানন্দ প্রমুখ ভক্তগণের তৎশ্রবণে বিস্ময় সুখ যত ভক্ত বৃন্দ রামানন্দ রায় শ্লোক শুনি সবার হইল আনন্দ বিস্ময়
When all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Sri Ramananda Rai, heard this verse, they were all filled with transcendental bliss and were struck with wonder.
Devotees of the Lord are used to chanting
The devotees of the Lord are used to chanting
the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
But this verse reveals the transcendental bliss that one gets from chanting and the advance in Krishna consciousness.
But this verse reveals the transcendental bliss one gets when chanting in an advanced stage.
I felt all the others with transcendental bliss.
It fills all the devotees with transcendental bliss. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 1.122.
অদ্বিতীয় কৃষ্ণ নাম মাধুরী দুতক শ্লোক সবে বলে নাম মহিমা শুনিয়াছি অপার এমন মাধুর্য কেহ বললে নাহি আর
Everyone admitted that although they had heard many statements glorifying the holy name of the Lord, they had never heard such sweet descriptions as those of Rupa Goswami.
This verse is self-explanatory.
This verse is self-explanatory.
That devotees actually hear many praises of the holy name.
The devotees naturally hear many praises of the holy name.
But Rupa Goswami has made such praises that everyone was astonished by the sweetness.
That Rupa Goswami had made such praises that everyone was astonished by the sweetness of this. Thus ends the chapter entitled Unprecedented Glorification of the Holy Name, under the section Srila Rupa Goswami's second meeting with the Lord. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.